Hi friends, David here from Learn Stage Lighting, and as we discussed on our previous video, check it out here, AI-based kind of sound reactive modes to music are starting to really come in and be a real thing that's actually usable for people at the entry level of stage lighting. So we've looked at the MaestroDMX box, which I have here. It's a AI-based little oops, it's all plugged in, but it's a AI-based lighting controller, they say, right, that you plug in. In this case, I have a measurement microphone hooked up to it, pointed at my computer speaker, and then we have a lighting rig in the visualizer, same lighting rig as we had in the videos on that. Then we also have the Twinkly Lightwall, which we see responding to my voice right now, because its microphone is right in front of me. It's a USB device that plugs in as well. And what I want to do in this video is really have like a AI, hyper, not hyper, but a higher end sound reactive show off to show you what these different solutions do, okay? And how they vary and how they're a little bit different. So it's kind of exploratory, kind of fun. I hope you guys enjoy this. What we're going to do is just go to, again, our YouTube Creative Music Library and find some great music. So first, I'm going to just plug in this song. It's called All Right by Dave Andres. All right, so what we can see is basically, when we compare the two just on a really chill piece of music like this first one, Maestro really reins it in more. I would say the Twinkly is a little bit more just kind of regular sound reactive. Not bad, definitely more exciting overall. And this, by the way, this will work with the Twinkly Lightwall that we have on Learn Stage Lighting gear, but also any other Twinkly Pro products. And I believe a lot of the Twinkly consumer products too, where you can sync the microphone to it, the lights will sync. It definitely does some choosing of colors and patterns. I'm not sure how it chooses, but in the app, we do have some different settings. So both of them have settings. On the Twinkly side, as you may be able to see here, you basically can actually choose the type of music. So I was technically chill out. I was in chill out. And so that was appropriate for it. And it somehow is choosing automatically. Then it has It has basically patterns, I believe, below, sparkles, bubbles. So, yeah, these are the patterns that have colors, and then it kind of generates some reactivity on a shuffle. And MaestroDMX is fairly similar. If you didn't catch my last video, or if you did, you basically go to the show tab, and by default, out of the box, it's playing through a series of different presets that it then reacts to. So in this case, that worked well. Okay, so this time I'm going to go play something a little more upbeat, and I'm also, once it starts, going to pick a more upbeat preset in both of these to give you an idea of what that looks like. So I'm going to take you back to the other camera.
My heart was stolen by a blind pickpocket in the deep city streets in the summer of 2012, and I never even saw her face. My dreams were shattered like a stained glass window. Jesus in pieces, I believe I threw a brick right through him, but my memory cannot be saved. It just seems unlikely that it's me who was to blame. So I bookmarked my DSM, cause I need to remember my place. Like a tall boy underneath the boots and the curb, but I'm still picking up my molars and putting them back in my face. My name was soiled by a last call spill with the black wash wheel, and the blackout killed me sober on a back from a fall from grace. Take the road on higher ground and tell me don't look down, you'll fall and break your back. But that just reminds me how there's more to be found beneath the black. Took a drink or poured it out. When too much is not enough, there's plenty more where that came from my round. Looking up, we see the point of entry between where we are and we've been. Looking up, I could say heaven sent me. Hand me my shovel, I'm going in. Looking up, we see the point of entry.
All right, I think we're going to pause it there so we don't bore y'all too much. But it's interesting. So looking at a more rock type track, I would say, I think it's a balance in this sound reactive / AI world. And both of these products I like. I think they can be good for solo musicians. Looking at them and analyzing a few songs on them, and I did a few songs before this video, I feel like, at this time at least, MaestroDMX is a little bit slower at reacting. whereas Twinkly is very fast. Both of them do a pretty good job of identifying major musical changes and kind of change patterns on that kind of on that wavelength, right? But essentially, like, both of them are still requiring you to do a little bit of input to get the most out of it, right? Like in the case of Twinkly, it's like I went in here and, selected pop, which has a picture of a guitar. There's actually no rock. There's dance, classic, ambient, flow, and chill out, and pop. So I went with pop, and I think you can also change them by pressing the button on the Twinkly. Let's see, we went to magenta there. Yeah, you can press the button on it, and it basically cycles through on the Twinkly Music USB device, and it basically cycles through those different presets. So, with both the Maestro and the Twinkly, they're not completely hands-off if you want the best results, but ultimately, what I have to say is, when you sit down and you look at these different sound active mode type things and you go, okay, I would say Maestro's playing it a little bit more conservative. Sure, going into the software and adjusting particularly this activity gain level definitely gets you the best results, but they both work really well. Maestro, like I said, that's where I was going. It's a little bit more conservative in the sense that, when things change really quick, it doesn't always pick it up right away. But the upside is that, I've got this, I'm going to hold the measurement microphone, point it towards me as I talk, and the Twinkly has me talking. And of course, the Twinkly is like a more traditional sound active mode where it's just picking up on everything, right? It's reacting to my voice. It's picking up on that. It doesn't really know the difference between someone talking and music, whereas Maestro does. So where does that leave us? Well, they're both good systems, I think. I think they both have their value. Like the Twinkly with their Lightwall and other devices are so easy to set up, simple for non-lighting people, works well for a music venue or something simple like that. No lighting guy, easy setup, done, right? MaestroDMX has a little bit of setup. Of course, you're going to set up traditional DMX stage lights with it. And of course, it generally costs a little bit more because right now, at the time of this recording, the MaestroDMX is just, I don't like to put numbers in videos because they change, but it's a few $100s less than the full Twinkly Lightwall. But with the MaestroDMX, it's just the box that you're getting to put with a larger DMX system. So I think they both have their purposes. I think they're both really good and promising. The Twinkly, gives you more action. It's easier, it's quicker, it's cheaper, but, there's a little bit less customization, a little bit less ability to do things like send MIDI triggers, build your own cues for the music section, etc. So you got to keep that in mind. If you want something totally hands-off, I probably would look at the Twinkly. Of course, we've got the Lightwall Learn Stage Lighting gear. But if you want to work with traditional DMX lights, you want to coordinate kind of a live show that's a little bit more in-depth, check out my review on the MaestroDMX. I paid for it. These are my opinions. I think it's going to move ahead in the software and get better and better as time goes on and become a more viable alternative for actual sound active mode that has a little bit more to it. So I'm excited to see where it all goes. Those are my conclusions here today. Neither are perfect, neither are terrible. They're both pretty good. I think they just have their own unique uses. So check them both out. We'll link to them below. If you need lights to go with your MaestroDMX, Learn Stage Lighting gear is the place. Or if you think this Twinkly Lightwall is pretty cool like we do, and you just want to check it out, hey, it's really stinking cool. So go ahead and grab one from Learn Stage Lighting gear. We'd love to help. And of course, have a great day and keep on lighting. We'll see you.